If you're trying to hit your protein goals, but every day feels like winging it, you might be making healthy eating harder than it needs to be. This week, I made 5 high protein recipes that I turned into an entire week's worth of meals. And the best part, every recipe is made using my air fryer, making meal prep easier, faster, and perfect for busy days. In this video, I will show you how I use these 5 simple air fryer recipes to create multiple breakfasts, lunches, and dinners so I can hit my protein and calorie goals without spending hours in the kitchen or eating the same thing every day. And if you're new here, I'm Margaret, and this is Future Me Eats, where good food meets midlife reinvention. I'm almost 60, and I've discovered that healthy eating gets a whole lot easier when you stop relying on good intentions and start relying on a simple system instead. So I've got a meal plan that maps out all of these recipes across an entire week that you can download for free. The link is in the description. And if you don't have an air fryer, no worries, you can still make all of these recipes using your oven. I've included all those options as well in the meal planner. So the foundation of every weekly meal plan for me is protein. I like variety, so I always start with 3 or 4 main sources to lean on through the week. And honestly, this is usually dictated by what's in my freezer or what's on sale at the grocery store. This week, I picked up a pork tenderloin, a package of chicken drumsticks, a pound of lean ground beef, and a block of tofu. In addition to my proteins, I like to plan out my carbs, some kind of a grain, also a starch. That might be high protein pasta, potatoes, or in this case, my first recipe today, high protein bagels. Now, you may have seen me make these before, but never in the air fryer. So here's what you need. 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose or bread flour, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. We're going to whisk the dry ingredients together in a bowl until well blended. Next, we'll add our Greek yogurt. I've got 1 1/2 cups here, and you can use any fat content that you want. I'm using 0%. Once that's added, I like to give it a mix using a fork. You really want the wet and dry ingredients to come together into a loose, shaggy dough. It takes a little bit of mixing. Once it's well incorporated, turn it out onto a board and gently knead together until you get a smoother dough and everything is blended together. Next, I will shape it out into a circle, then divide it into 6 equal portions. These are going to be on the smaller side. If you want a bigger bagel, you can divide this into 4. Next, we'll take each portion and form it into a ball, then start rolling each one out into a long rope about 7 to 8 inches long. Join the ends together and gently roll it again so that the ends fuse together. Repeat until you have your 6 bagels, and then we're just going to let them rest for about 10 minutes. This helps them puff up a bit when they bake. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and preheat our air fryer at 300 degrees. Before they go in, we will brush them with some egg white, and today I'm topping these with sesame seeds. You can use whatever you like here. Poppy seeds are great. Everything bagel seasoning is also amazing. So today I'm making all 5 of these recipes in the Cosori TurboBlaze 6-quart air fryer, the sponsor of today's video. So I was super excited to test drive this unit for a few reasons. First off, what really caught my attention was the feature that sets this air fryer apart from most others on the market, including the one that I've been using until now, and that's the DC motor. So fun fact, most air fryers run on a single fixed fan speed. The TurboBlaze has 5 precise fan speed levels that give you so many options I never thought possible in an air fryer. You've got the turbo and high speed settings for crispy fries and proteins, roasted vegetables, seared meats, or frozen foods. The medium setting is perfect for baking, giving you soft, fluffy results without drying things out. And then 2 other low or ultra low settings for things like dehydrating, proofing bread, or keeping things warm. Another feature I'm in love with is that it also has a PFAS-free ceramic coating, so no harmful chemicals, and cleanup couldn't be easier. The 6-quart capacity means you can roast an entire chicken in there, and I love the large surface area, which is great for batch cooking. It's also one of the highest rated air fryers on Amazon, and after putting it through its paces with all 5 of today's recipes, I get why. You can check it out, link is in the description. All right, back to those bagels. So once the air fryer is heated up, we are going to carefully place the bagels onto the rack. This basket is pretty huge, so I'm squeezing all 6 bagels in there. You could do this in 2 batches if you prefer. We're going to use the bake setting at 300 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes. You'll know they're done when they have a nice golden brown exterior and a nice spring to them when you press down lightly. Be sure to let them rest on a wire rack for 10 minutes or so before cutting into them. Just look how soft and pillowy these are. You can store these in an airtight container for up to 4 days, or pre-slice and freeze them so you can go straight from the freezer to the toaster. Each bagel comes in at 14 grams of protein and 234 calories. Some mornings these are going to be the base of my breakfast, like my super filling burger and egg bagel breakfast. Other days they will be the bread for a sandwich, like this pork tenderloin sandwich that I'm having with crudités. And if I want something quick and easy, I'll just pop it into the toaster with some almond butter and have it with some yogurt and blueberries on the side. One batch of 6 bagels that I will be enjoying in different ways all week. All right, so that's your carb anchor for the week sorted. Now let's get into the proteins, and we're starting with the one that comes together the fastest using the simplest of seasonings, chicken drumsticks. This recipe gives us 4 servings. I'll be having these for lunch and dinner this week. They're incredibly flexible and they're just as tasty cold as they are reheated. We're gonna start with about 2 pounds of chicken or 8 drumsticks. Again, I always stock up on these when they go on sale. For spices, I'm using a teaspoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a little bit of cayenne pepper, which is optional. We'll also need some olive oil and salt and pepper. So we're gonna put all of our dry ingredients into a bowl, then add about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Mix that up with the spices until fully combined. Next, we'll add our chicken drumsticks to the bowl and toss to coat. You're probably gonna wanna use your hands here. Next, we will preheat the air fryer to 400 degrees. And when that's ready, we'll go ahead and add our chicken drumsticks directly onto the tray. These drumsticks are pretty huge. Just space them out as best as you can for airflow. Again, you can always do multiple batches here if you need to, but I don't have time for that, and they still come out great. Set the air fryer for 20 minutes and you're good to go. I like to give them a shake halfway through and continue cooking until you've got a crispy golden skin and an internal temperature of 165 degrees. So 2 large drumsticks with skin give you over 43 grams of protein and 330 calories. I love these as is, but feel free to spice them up with your favorite barbecue sauce or hot sauce. I use the reheat setting to warm these back up, and they came out perfectly after 5 minutes. Next up, a foolproof recipe for pork tenderloin that tastes like it was marinating for hours and gives you the juiciest, most flavorful meat. Here's what you'll need. 1 pork tenderloin, about 1.5 pounds, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, a teaspoon of ground mustard, half a teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne, half a tablespoon of olive oil, and black pepper. We're gonna add all of the dry spice ingredients to a bowl and mix to blend. Next, take the pork tenderloin and lightly coat with the olive oil. Add it back into the bowl with the spice rub and turn to coat until it's covering the pork evenly on all sides. Let that rest while you heat up your air fryer. We're gonna lay it on the rack and air fry it at 400 degrees for about 18 to 20 minutes. We're gonna cook this until the internal temperature hits 145 degrees. When it's done, let it rest for 10 minutes before slicing in. The end result, a deliciously glazed and roasted tenderloin that smells amazing. It's so juicy and flavorful. A 5-ounce serving comes in at 204 calories and 30 grams of protein. This is one of my new favorites, and it tastes just as great hot as part of a classic roast dinner or sliced thinly on a sandwich. I'm also going to be dicing this up and adding it into a fried rice this week. Okay, on to recipe number 4. Burgers, and why I never thought of making them in an air fryer before is beyond me. I've got a pound of lean ground beef, and I'm keeping the spices super simple here, knowing that I will be eating these in different ways this week. So I'm adding some finely minced onion, some ground black pepper, and a bit of garlic powder. So something I learned recently is to salt the outside of your patties just before you cook them. Don't add the salt to the mixture. Apparently it can change the texture and make the meat rubbery. Who knew? Anyway, form the patties into 4 equal portions and flatten to about 1 inch thick. Next, let's get the air fryer preheated. So I'm gonna be using the broil setting at 440, which runs at the highest fan speed. So I'm gonna be really maximizing the sear on the outside of the patties. Most air fryers have a maximum temperature of 400 degrees. So the fact that I can go as high as 450 on the Cosori TurboBlaze is pretty remarkable. So these are gonna go in for about 5 to 7 minutes. And what I love about cooking burgers this way is how close it is to grilling without having to heat up the barbecue and deal with all the smoke and splatters. Just look at how yummy and juicy these turned out. Each patty has over 20 grams of protein and 198 calories. So I'm gonna be enjoying these as a burger this week using one of those high protein bagel buns with a salad on the side. And for breakfast, these are so delicious with a fried egg, some sliced tomatoes, and half a toasted bagel on the side. Yes, it's possible to eat this way, hit your protein goals, and still be in a calorie deficit. I know, it's wild. When I go to reheat these again, I just pop them back into the air fryer on the reheat setting and they come out amazing. And last but not least, tofu. Let's give this healthy protein its time to shine. If you're not a fan of tofu because of the texture or you find it too bland, this is my absolute favorite way to solve for that. You get something tasty, golden, and crispy, and this recipe comes with a peanut sauce you can use as a dressing or in a stir fry. 2 ways that I'll be having it this week. Here's what you'll need. 1 block of extra firm tofu, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of grated garlic, 1/4 teaspoon of grated ginger, 2.5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of smooth peanut butter, 4 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter, 2 tablespoons of water, a tablespoon of lime juice, a teaspoon of honey, a teaspoon of sriracha, and a teaspoon of sesame oil. So if you don't have the powdered peanut butter, you can just add 2 more tablespoons of peanut butter and omit the water. It'll be just as delicious, but a little bit higher in fat and calories. The first thing you'll need to do is cube up your block of tofu. And instead of drying the tofu, we're going to steam it for 5 minutes. This actually changes the structure of the tofu and gives it a much better texture and crispier end result. Next, in a small bowl, we're going to whisk together the olive oil, half of the garlic, and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. We'll add our tofu to this once it's steamed and marinate it for about 30 minutes at room temperature. While that's marinating, we're gonna go ahead and make the sauce. I'm just simply adding everything into a mini food processor and blending until smooth. You can add a little bit of extra water if you need to. This sauce is truly delicious. It's just the right amount of salty, spicy, sweet, and tangy. It's so well balanced and one that I'm sure you'll be coming back to with or without the tofu. So when you're ready to cook, preheat the air fryer to 400 degrees. Next, we'll toss the tofu with the cornstarch. I like to sift it on and mix, coating each piece as evenly as possible. Next, we'll add the tofu to the air fryer basket, spacing the pieces apart as best as you can. We're gonna cook on the air fryer setting at 400 degrees, shaking the basket once or twice during the cooking process until gold and brown and crisp. About 10 to 15 minutes should do it. You can always adjust this according to how crispy you want them. Look at how gorgeous these tofu nuggets are. I love these with some shredded cabbage tossed with the peanut sauce, or you can add them to a simple veggie stir fry with some peppers, onions, carrots, and celery. It's also great served with soba noodles. Each serving of tofu and sauce comes in at over 31 grams of protein and 473 calories. So there you have it, 5 recipes to carry a week's worth of high protein meals that won't disappoint. I pulled all of these together in one cooking session. Time well spent in my opinion, so I can start my week with peace of mind, knowing that I've got breakfast, lunch, and dinner covered, no decision drama or staring into the fridge on an empty stomach. Once again, I've got a link to the Cosori TurboBlaze as well as the free meal plan and all of today's recipes that you can try out in the description below. And why not tell me in the comments if you'll be giving any of these a try? And if you're interested in living, moving, and eating in a way your future self will thank you for, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be back soon with more high protein recipes and meal prep ideas, just like this video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.